It is cold today. I think it's about 20 something degrees outside. I'm actually in flip flops. It is February the 16th, the eve of the new moon, which I believe rises at 7 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. This is also the time of the getting ready for that fire horse year. My name is Keita, and I am tuning in for the day 16th of my 28-day Radical Heart Challenge. And I decided on the night of the full moon, snow moon, I was going to check myself into the intensive care unit, the ICU, with my Radical Heart Challenge for me to, when I say intensively, I mean like radically check in, love up on me, notice life happening. A lot of different things have showed up. One of the things that shows up is just the remembering, like, here I am in my little challenge, and I need to remember these micro movements in the midst of the chaos that's happening in the world. This is my subtle activation, evolving from my 52 evolving self, evolving from a place of centeredness. And it's not perfectionism, it's raggedy, it's raw. It's also joyful and very triumphant at times in this intense awareness, in this ICU. But I'm not alone. And I think what's really important is remembering the micro breaths. And this morning I was doing some movement with a young man. I think he's called Stretch and Grow with Lou or something. And it wasn't anything particular with the stretching he was doing, but what I remember was really important is in these quiet acts of breathing and checking in, there's also can be movement. Because what I recognize about movement is it's movement tracks energy within the body. And so he was doing some like trauma releases and things, things I would work with people every day on, like when I had my clients in practices. But we think of it as a technique. But what I'm coming to understand in this Radical Heart Challenge is that all those things that I was teaching and all those things we see are actually the things that are necessary to support our life breath. To remind ourselves that movement releases energies. And sometimes it's not about the talking, cognitive or talk. It's actually about the moving. So it made me think about when I'm practicing the deep exhalations in these moments, that also to add some movement. And I have to remember these gentle movements as we gracefully age. I think sometimes the stiffness and the arthritis in these things is because we're holding tension in our bodies. So like, that's another thing that came up this morning. Like, oh, yeah, the more I actually move and release some of that stuff, it's no more different than the things we release in other types of therapeutic models. So there's energy inside, behind my kneecaps, my elbows, my upper thighs, things that start getting stagnated and stiffer. There's also emotional energy in there, and there's vibrational energy, right? So like, just reminding me in this deep dive, like, oh, right, when I connect with that energy, I'm also helping to release that in a way that no talk therapy can do. So taking a moment to recognize that piece of message today and want to share that with you. The other piece that I always do when I come on here is I center first. I center a lot throughout the day in this ICU, particularly before I come on and I'm like trying to get in touch with me. It's really like a drop in trust, a drop in trust, a drop in trust, right? So thank you. It is really cold. I don't know if there's a storm coming through, but signing out from Maine, day 16 of this February 16, 2026, the 28-day Radical Heart Challenge. I'm so excited that I did this, and I'm so excited to be learning more and to be sharing it with you too. So take a moment. Hearing the dogs in the background, there's probably some energies. There might be some coyotes. Yeah, it's probably a good time to go inside, get back in front of the fire. Amen, Ashe, Aho. Peace.